Hello everyone, welcome you all in this video. Today we will discuss about the H index and how to calculate this H index. So this H index was given by the Professor Jeorge E Hirsch in 2005. He is the Professor of Physics at the University of California. Jeorge Hirsch published his paper in 2005 on the H index with the title An Index to Quantify an Individual's Scientific Research Output. I will give the link of this paper in the description box. So this paper is all about the H index. So what is the procedure and everything is there. Well, now we will discuss about the research productivity. How research productivity is measured. So it can be measured in two criteria like quantity, that will be judged by number of research paper you have published, and the quality, how many citations you have. So there are four important parameters for any researchers about their research productivity. So we can talk about the citation, impact factor, H index and item index. In this video we will focus only on the H index. So what is the H index? So the publication record of an individual and the citation record clearly are data that contain useful information like the number of papers published over n years and the number of citations for each journal. So the journals where the paper were published and their impact parameters. So H index is a particularly simple and useful way to characterize the scientific output of a researcher. High H index means you are a good researcher. H index showing your activeness in your research and also the importance of your research to the research community. So let us talk about what is the H index. So H index represents that n papers of researchers have been cited at least H times. So this is very simple definition of the H index. So a scientist has index H if H of his or her papers have at least H citations each and other papers have less than H citations. So there are different tools available to calculate the H index. So you can calculate this manually as well as online calculation is available. So on online you can search your H index on Google Scholar, Web of Science, then Scopus. First we will calculate this manually with the example. So let us we have a table that have the number of publications and the citations. So in the first table, suppose select the, sorry, I'm taking the laser pointer here. So this first table is basically showing the number of publications. So this author is having basically 10 number of publications, and in the second column we are having the citations. Okay. So now in the second table we are rearranging these columns as per the descending order of the citation. So in the last column here you can see that the highest cited paper is on the first number. Then next one is the 45 citation is on the second rank. So what is the definition of H index is saying at least H citations should be there for any H papers. So here the 7th number publication is having citation 15, which is more than 7. And if we are going to the 8th position, it has only 4 citation, which is less than the 8. So the citation is basically deciding the H factor. So here the H index will be the 7. Why the 7? Since the number of citations for this 7th ranked publication is more than 7, and if you are going to the 8th position, that is having only the 4 citation. This was calculated manually. You can check this on Google Scholar, Scopus and Web of Science. So let us first check how Google Scholar can provide you the H index. So this is my own page here. So my H index is basically the 7. So how it is calculated? My paper is already arranged in the descending order of the citation. So first paper is having the cited by 98 others authors. So we can count, it is showing my H index is the 7. How much? 7. So let us count. So this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. My 7th paper is basically having citation 15. And if I am going to the 8th paper, this one 8, it has only 4 citation. So as per the H index, citation must be higher than the H value. So my H index will be the 7. So here number of citation 15 is more than the 7. So it will decide in the same way. I can see my colleague's citations here. Suppose I am clicking over this, Dr. M.C. Rao. The person is having basically H index, very high index, that is the 28. So what does mean it? The 28th ranked paper has citation more than or equal 28. So you can count from here 1, 2, 3. So we can go to the 28th position, that will be the H index of Dr. M.C. Rao. Similarly, you can go to the Scopus also. Here you can search by author name. So you can put any name here, first enter last name, enter first name, and it will provide your citation, H index. Similarly, you can go to the Web of Science and search for the highly cited researchers. So if I click over the person, that is this one from the chemistry, H index of this professor is 63. So this H index basically provided by all these 3 platforms, that is the Scopus, Web of Science, then Google Scholar. H index has basically a lot of advantages, but still it has some critics or drawbacks. So let us discuss about these critics. So H index basically having some drawbacks. It does not adequately cover foreign language publications and does not include most citation in non-journal publications. Then most literature prior to 1996 is not well covered and index is database dependent. So this is again a drawback of H index. The index is difficult to use to compare authors at different stages of a career, such as young researcher versus veteran. So it is difficult to find with this H index. The H index is not decreased even after a career is over. And the last one, finally, the value of each H index is specific to that discipline. So the comparison are difficult to use from one or to other. Suppose you are working in the area of physics, then your H index not comparable to the person who is working in the biology. So there are some points about this H index. Still, H index give you a criteria about your research careers that will useful for your even promotions, to getting the projects and everything. Thank you for watching this. If you have any query, you can write me in the comment box.